So today's video is about insomnia. Ever since I moved here to Taiwan, I've had some form of insomnia or another, and I've had varying degrees of control over it. Oh god. There's all kinds of reasons why insomnia is detrimental to you. But before we get to that, let's talk about what happened yesterday. So Kara and I go to this Color Wolf party because it's, I think, another fundraising event. I'm not really sure. They decided to close their physical space, as I mentioned in the previous vlog. So we go there, and as I go there, I have this enormous, like, brain-busting headache where I can't even, like, you know, function out of my right eye. But I go, and periodically throughout the day, I feel better. I got like a Starbucks coffee that like hit the spot just right, and my head started to feel better. But then Kara started to feel weird and started getting the kind of headache that I just lost, and you know, it was just like not a good night exactly. So we go home relatively early and like don't hang out with anyone, and she just passes out. But before she passes out, she beckons me to come and hang out with her, and we were like looking at something on the bed, and then I pass out, and everybody passes out. But then I wake up again at like 4 a.m. and herein lies the insomnia problem. There was absolutely no possibility of me being able to go back to bed after I'd woken up. I went the wrong way. For those of you who don't know what insomnia feels like, the worst part about it is probably when you're laying there in bed, knowing that you should be sleeping, realizing that you have stuff to do tomorrow and that you have certain times at which you want to do it, and having the anxiety of knowing that you're not able to sleep further make you not able to sleep. And it sucks, but it's not really the worst thing in the world, and honestly we've gotten better and better rolling with punches with sleeping problems. But it still sucks. It sucks. The worst thing about it is that it's not just like not sleeping for a certain period of time, but like afterward, what happens is you're kind of not all there. Like you'll wake up or you'll still be up either the next day, but like because you're not sleeping at the right time, because you're not getting the proper amount of rest, you just feel like you're not in any way a full person. Like you have a hard time, you know, like thinking the clear thoughts that you normally would, and then on top of that, you have an excessively hard time to start things you don't want to do. So if you have a project that in any way is difficult or has things, oh, there's a rat. Anyway, if you have a project that is difficult or in any way is something that you're not all ready to do or haven't all figured out, it becomes more difficult to do that. I have this theory that people have a finite amount of willpower, like, and you can expel it one way or another, either doing like, you know, a hard task or something like that, or let's say you're trying to lose weight and, you know, you have to stop eating a certain kind of food, or you have to start exercising every day. Like that all requires willpower, and the less sleep you get, the less willpower you're given at the start of the day to like use to do things. I think a big part of breaking the insomnia cycle has to do with diet and exercise, and drinking a lot of water, oddly. This, however, is all theories and pseudoscience. Now, insomnia is not all bad. There are some good things to come from it. If you notice that awesome time-lapse of the clouds I got earlier, I wouldn't have been able to been awake at that time to see that. That was like right at the crack of like sun being out, rising. Now, having insomnia isn't all bad. There is a lovely time of the night before you get too tired to function or think, where like getting work done is really easy. Because there's no, like, there aren't any other distractions. There's nothing else to do, so you just do the job at hand. There's also a bit of irony here in that when I was younger, I always wanted like a sleeping disorder because I felt like all good writers had a sleeping disorder, and I just like had to get one. And insomnia is a pretty cool sleeping disorder, to be fair. You are a creature of the night. Also, just a quick note, I know I've mentioned this before, but I call this a vlog, but I'm also making a bunch of other videos, and sometimes those videos will take the place of a vlog. So they won't necessarily be on the vlog playlist or anything like that, but they will be instead of the vlog for the day. I'm basically trying to make one piece of content every day for something I'm passionate about. So stay tuned for that. So I don't know if you can figure it out, but I haven't quite slept yet. So I'm gonna go do that. Crack of like sun being out, rising